Now we will start the unit number 5, that is the big data visualizations. So in this chapter we covered the contents that are the introductions to the data visualization, visualizing big data, challenges to the big data visualization, then types of data visualizations, conventional data visualization tools, techniques for visual data representation, tools used in the data visualizations, property data visualization tools, open source data visualizations tools, analytical requires use in the big data visualizations, data visualizations with Tableau, and introductions to different open source data visualizations tools, okay, like the Gephi, Google Chart, APA, Float, D3 Visually, Notebox, etc. Now first we will discuss what is the data visualizations, and why it is the important. So what are the objectives of data visualizations? So data visualization is nothing but the graphical presentations of your data. This is your definitions, that is the data visualizations is graphical representations of informations and data. So by using the visual elements like the chart, graph, and the maps, data visualizations tools provide an accessible way to see the understand trends, outlier the patterns in the data, okay. So because of the data visualizations, we can see the data in the graphical forms. Data visualizations has two terms. Data means informations, and visualizations mean pictorial representations of graphical representation, okay. So that the visualizations terms is defined as the pictorial representations of some informations, so that a user can analyze the data quickly. Because of this visual data present in the visualized form, it is easy to understand and we can quickly access the data, okay. So nowadays many organizations consider data visualizations as a modern equivalent of visual communications. The real fact is that processing the graphical presented data is easier than the data presented using the spreadsheet, okay, or similar tools. And that's why the data visualizations is used to convey the informations to the user via the interactive visual representations of abstract data, so that the internal structures of data and their relationship is known by user quickly. Data defining with the visualizations based methods provide the ability to merge the different data from the different structure to make the customized various analysis view. There are the various objectives of data visualizations. The primary object is of data visualizations. These are the list of the objectives of data visualizations. The primary objectives of data visualizations to communicate informations in a clear and efficient manner to the user through the graphical representations such as the plot and statistical or the informations or informations graphics, okay. So it is nearby the what is the objective, first objective, that is the data visualizations communication informations in clear and efficient way. Other objectives are to enlighten the data or to see the data in the context, to solve and give the solutions of specific problems, for understanding the data more clearly, explore the data so that it will help to make the proper decisions. Then to illustrate or hide the data, means many times not necessary you need to complete the data on your screen. Sometimes some data, if you have you require to hide, so that kind of the things is also possible using your graphical presentations or data visualizations techniques. Then to find the patterns and relationship among the data, because we can find out the different graphical presentations, like in your the flow chart is one of the method, or another DFP diagram is one of the data relationship diagram is another other methods, one of the methods of data visualizations techniques. So because of this data visualizations techniques, you can find the patterns or relationship among the data. This is very useful method to define the relationship between the different data. Okay, so to make the comparisons between some statistical data or the predict outcomes in data visualizations. If data is in the numericals from, then it is represented using the bar or it lines or the dots. Okay, so effective data visualizations helps effective data visualizations helps to make the complex data more accessible, understandable, and useful. And in data visualizations, the tables are used to keep a specific measurement, whereas the various types of charts are used to demonstrate the various patterns or relationship among the variables in the visualized data. And data visualizations is techniques which is used to communicate data or the informations by representation the data and informations among the visual graphics objects like the points or lines or the bars. And one of the steps is data analysis or data science in a data visualizations. So there are the various challenges are available to the big data visualizations, and these challenges having the two types. One is depend on the characteristics of your data, big data. So what are the characteristics of big data? 5 characteristics are there. One is the volume, another is the variety, one is the velocity, third one is the value, and fifth one is the veracity. So already that particular characteristics we have already covered in a unit number 1. You already have detailed informations of these 5 characteristics of big data. And because of these 5 characteristics, some challenges are based on these 5 characteristics of big data, and some are others. So now we will discuss in details what are the different types of the challenges occurs because of this characteristics of your of big data, and what are the remaining other characteristics of big data visualizations. Okay, so first one characteristics is volume. What is the volume? Volume is represent a quantity of your data. Then variety, your data is present in a different in the various forms, like data in a graphical form, data in voice form, data in image form, video forms, etc. Velocity means the speed. It is speed is nothing but that particular characteristics is occur in a real time applications is there. Then values represent the status of an organization's and business. By the analysis the big data, value is changed according to the very organizations or the business. And next one is the veracity. The veracity is the data causes the uncertainty, which causes the omitting or skipping the valuable data. Veracity means sometimes data is not available in the correct form, that is you're omitting or skipping the data. So that is the 5 characteristics. Some challenges are based on your 5 characteristics, and other one are other challenges are based on the visual noise, information loss, image large images perceptions, high rate of image changes, and high performance requirements. So next one challenges are listed here, that is the visual noise, information loss, large image perceptions, high rate image changes, and high performance required. So what are these challenges? We will discuss now in the details. So